Hi everybody, Mrs. Minton here. Welcome back to LMS Virtual Library, Episode 5. We're coming off a pretty rainy weekend. It hasn't been that nice outside. It's hard to get outside when it's cold and wet like this. But I hope that you've been making the most out of your time, making smart decisions, keeping your social distance, and hopefully picking up a new book. We're going to get started with Origami Art. Today we are making a seed packet. So what I'm going to do is make an origami seed packet, and then I'm going to turn that into a stop motion clip. Let's start. Today we're going to talk about fold and gathers. Fold and gathers are essentially what an ARC is to a novel. ARC stands for Advanced Reader Copies. Publishers put out ARCs or galleys as a way to market new material that is coming out. ARCs are not ready for publication. So because of that, when you receive an ARC or a galley, you cannot sell it. You can share it with somebody, but you cannot profit off it. Publishers will send ARCs and galleys to book reviewers and book bloggers to get people excited about the books and writing about the books and talking about the books so that they can sell more books. The picture book version of that is called an FNG, and here's an example of an FNG. If I open it up, you can see all of the loose leaf pages in here that make up the story. There's no binding. Why do you think there is no binding? Money. Publishers send out the FNGs, which are not bound because it's cheaper to do that and to continue to spread the hype about new books that are coming out. We are going to look at The Typewriter by Bill Thompson. I'm going to switch to an overhead shot so that you can see some of his work. He is a fantastic author and illustrator, and you're going to be blown away by his illustrations. So when I open it up, you'll notice that there's no title page, there's no title verso page. It just hops right into the illustrations or the pages of the picture book. All of the pages are loose leaf here. And I actually met this author at the ALA conference in Boston about 5 years ago. So he made out this FNG to me. But you can see how these pages would normally be sewn together to make one complete picture, but they're separate right now. The concept behind this picture book is very neat. The children are following a butterfly and it leads them to a carousel. And rather than a horse seat, they find a bee seat. And on that bee is a box. And inside that box is an antique typewriter. Bill Thompson uses acrylic and color pencils to achieve this lifelike realism. And you can see from picture to picture that the expressions on the children really make this story come to life. Notice that there are not a lot of words in the story, and that really allows the reader to tell the story. You're typing into the typewriter specific things, and those things magically appear. So for instance, they typed in beach and it brought them to the beach. They typed in ball and they got themselves a new beach ball. And I love the expression on this girl's face. What would happen if I type in crab? Uh-oh. So this is what an F&G looks like in the inside. And then once they're ready for publication, they'll bind them all together and put in some finishing details and then send them off so that everybody can enjoy them. If you have the Kindle app, you can actually access this book for free right now. Maybe you want to share it with one of your siblings, and if they're not readers yet, they can still tell this story. Today's exceptional excerpt comes from For Everyone by Jason Reynolds. This book was written for the dreamers, people who have a passion to fulfill something within their life. And the message throughout this book is to keep on going, to jump anyway. Even though it's hard, jump anyway. The excerpt that I'm reading comes from chapter 2, and it basically is talking about the desire to accomplish something and how that doesn't go away. If you are anything like me, you hope it never stops. You hope the bubbling never dies down, and the yearning to break out and break through never simmers. You hope the voice that delivers the loudest whispers of what you envision never silences, that it never cowers behind fear and expectations that other people strap to your life like a backpack full of bricks or books written by experts. Because if it did, if it disappeared, if the voices vanished and you were no longer overtaken by the taunts of your own potential, no longer blinded by a perfect vision of your purpose, no longer engorged with passion, what would happen? Well, I guess nothing. And to me, there is nothing scarier than nothing. Even when nothing seems to be going right, or nothing seems to be going right. I'd rather be bothered by the loud knocking on the door inside, even though I answered it years ago, the knocking continues. I'd rather my appetite be whet by a teaspoon of almost there every now and then. I'd rather suffer from internal eczema, constantly irritated by the itch of possibility. There have been many anxious nights where darkness has slept around me, my friends cocooned in a coziness I've yet to meet. My eyes swollen with exhaustion, my body sputtering on its way down. But my dreams won't stop crying, screaming like a colicky infant. Sometimes I think it needs to be changed. Usually, it just needs to be fed. So I encourage all of the dreamers out there to check out this great poem/letter by Jason Reynolds. It really meant something to me, and I'm hoping you'll take something from it too. Listen and read this book on Soar for free with your school account. Today I'm going to show you how to make customizable QR codes using the website QR Code Monkey. The word QR code may not be in your vernacular. However, they're all around you. They're on products that you use, water bottles. I use them a lot in the library for breakouts. Here's what they look like. So the ones that we're creating today are not black and white. You can create customizable colors, and you can even put a logo or picture in the middle of the QR code so that the people who scan it know what they are actually scanning. This can be really useful if you're trying to market something or to share something new. So grab your Chromebook and follow along with me. I'll be showing you how to create a customizable QR code using the website QR Code Monkey. The first thing that we're going to do is type in qrcode-monkey.com in the search engine. And then you can see at the top of the website, there are a variety of options that you can link to your QR code so that when a user scans it, they will be brought to those specific things. The default is set to URL, so I'm going to go ahead and paste that in. Now, the great thing about QR Code Monkey is that it allows you to set the colors of the QR code to something different rather than black and white, which is what it normally is. And you can also insert a picture inside of the QR code that really gives it that personalized touch and allows users to know what it is they're actually scanning. To start us off, we're going to click on Set Colors, and the effect that they have going on right here is called a color gradient, where one color turns into the next. So I'd like to do the same thing. I'm going to click on Color Gradient, and I'm going to use Leicester Public Schools color, which is maroon. So I'm going to choose a darker maroon, and then for the secondary color, I'm going to choose a lighter maroon. So it's going to go from this maroon to about this shade right here. When I'm done setting the color, I'm going to add the logo or picture that I would like. I'm going to search my computer for a picture. And then I'm going to click on Create QR Code. Now I'm recommending this website because you do not need an account to download the image. It downloads automatically for you. All you have to click is Download PNG. Now when somebody scans this QR code, they know that they are going to the LMS Virtual Library videos. Create your own customizable QR code today using QR Code Monkey. I just created this QR code using QR Code Monkey. You can see the variety of colors and the logo in the middle. I have my cell phone here. I'm going to open up the camera roll. If you have an iOS device, when you scan a QR code, it will bring you right to the website or whatever else you've linked. If you don't have an iOS device, you can simply go to whatever app store you use and download a QR code scanner. I scanned the QR code and it brought me to the video that I linked to the QR code. So thanks for joining me today, and I hope to see you again soon.